So, I want to talk about how being a water sign, being extremely emotional, being someone who is in tune with their emotions is extremely beneficial, at least in my opinion. For me personally, I literally use whatever emotion, whatever feeling that I'm having, especially if it's extreme. Like, it's so strange to say, but I'm the type of person that likes for my emotions and my feelings to be extreme, because what I end up doing is just like flipping it to, like, I use it as fuel. Like, so if I'm extremely happy, I use that as a fuel to, like, manifest. If I'm extremely sad, or any of those type of emotions, I use it to manifest. Like, I use my emotions, especially when they're at like an extreme rate, to like get me the things that I desire. And it's so strange to say, but I truly like feeling my emotions at an extreme level. Like, I've learned how to make it work in my favor, and it's just unbeknownst to me. This is something I've always done since I was a child. I just never knew, that was what I was doing. For a long period of time, I will always use my emotions for my benefits. I just didn't recognize that's what I was doing. I definitely know how, I guess you can call it alchemy. Like, I guess that's what you can call it. Like, I'm a master alchemist. But it took me to get to the level that I'm at now to understand what it was that I was doing. It took for me to experience going through the dark night of the soul and all of that cool stuff, just to recognize, like, yo, those emotions that you're feeling at an extreme rate, that sadness that you're feeling, that joy that you're feeling, that, like, you feel it so highly because you can use that to fuel whatever it is that you're trying to make happen. And it took for me to go through, like, extreme trauma to understand that. I didn't recognize that was the case until, like, I was literally in the bed broken, with nothing left. Everything stripped from me. And, it took for me to recognize that then. Which is cool because, I recognized it at the same time, that Jesus Christ got killed. So, at the year 33. And for me personally, I think it's dope, In my opinion, the old me was sacrificed. The old me was hung on the cross to create this person that I am today, which I am 1,000,000% grateful for, because I have a clear understanding now. Like, then I just thought, that everybody else was able to do the things that I do. I really thought, like, I was regular. I really thought, like, everybody was able to do the things that I did regularly. Like, I've not ever had any practice for it. I've not ever, studied for this type of stuff. It was just like, this was who I was in general. And it's like, damn, like, I'm really a powerful person, and it was unbeknownst to me, like, of how powerful my mind really was. And yet these are like things that I just regularly do. Like, as a child, I know when I used to be afraid to get in trouble at home or at school. Like, I would get in trouble at school, and then my mom, she'll be like, she's gonna whoop me and stuff like that. But I'll use that fear and like flip it into, like, me not getting a whooping. It's like, I've learned how to, at a very young age, flip the feelings that I had, for my benefit. And, like, now that I'm a full-grown adult, I use hurt, I use anger, I use my joy, I'm not gonna lie, I especially use the negative emotions. I use my negative emotions to manifest big things, like, I also want to speak on how certain hexes and certain spells, like, when you're dealing with certain people, or like certain people know about you, like, they know your superpowers. Like, I'm well aware that people know I'm a master manifester. So they use my like recently, what's recently going on is that whoever is doing whatever they're doing, even though I know who it is, but it is what it is. Like the person that is cursing me, hexing me, using witchcraft, black magic, whatever the case may be, is trying to use my mind, to manifest an illness for me. And it's like, I'm hip to it. I know my thought process. I know the type of person I am. I know certain things about myself. So whenever there are thoughts like that coming into my mind, I instantly know, like, yo, these are not your thoughts. Yo, these are, someone. And then, not to mention, there are other telltale signs of, like, hexes and curses and stuff like that, which for sure is, like, bugs. 100%. If a net or spider or a roach or ant or anything like that comes out of nowhere, like, mind you, if you're in a house and there's not any, you've never seen one, then all of a sudden, yet they're there, it's a telltale sign of a hex or a curse. And it's like, okay, cool, now do what you gotta do to get the stuff up off of you, which is usually a spiritual bath or a salt bath. But the whole point of this is just like me, recognizing that I am a master killer. It's like I mastered alchemy at a young age and wasn't aware of it. And so now me being like a full-grown adult, it's like that shit is literally my lifestyle. Like, I literally use my emotions to fuel or to manifest whatever it is that I desire.